What is going on, guys? Hold on, see him. What's going on, people? What's going on? It's your host, Jay the Black. Welcome back to the show, everybody. This wasn't actually the topic I was going to discuss today. I didn't even know whether I was going to discuss this. Hey, y'all, give me a second. Give me a second. This wasn't the planned topic. I just want to post this to Facebook, but IG. There was another topic that I had planned, but I didn't know whether I wanted to speak on that topic and not speak on this because this would be on everybody's minds. And I don't want to ignore it. I just want to address it. Apparently, people close to the situation have confirmed it. And, anything could happen in the next 24 hours, but it's been confirmed. So we're just going to speak on the effects, right? What I'm seeing on social media. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the moderators, the channel members, the Patreons, the people that watch my content. Some of you are probably new. You probably never been here before. Some of you may have been subscribed, but not really checked out a live stream. But how I do these is I speak on commentary from my perspective. And honestly, I just been disgusted by the behavior that I'm noticing with a lot of women. And you got some of you males, you raised by women, just weak to the core, no strength in you. Shout out to the super chatters too, Chuzzy. And let's see. Chuzzy. Yeah, shout out to you. A lot of weak people are celebrating. I just want to know, what are you celebrating exactly? And yes, if people are in my chat room being disrespectful, then get them completely out of here. That ain't gonna be tolerated tonight. I want to be focused on what I have to say, because I think this needs to be said. A lot of you people who are celebrating this, you're a bunch of disgraceful, idiotic people who deserve the life that you have. It's probably a life where you're miserable, where you don't have any love, the people around you don't like you. But I want you to understand something. Just because Kevin spoke on the things that he spoke on doesn't mean he was the first, and doesn't mean he's going to be the last. You see, the message always outlive the messenger. That is what people have to understand. All right. And it says family confirmed it. So it's basically been confirmed. But I want to talk about the message. I have seen content creators come and go, but their message and their name always lasts. Right? What they start and what they build will be able to be pushed no matter what. You see, Kevin Samuels grew fast, right? Kevin Samuels had probably the best year, 2 years, probably ever. That's according to me. Maybe not according to him, but I would say the last couple of years have been great to Kevin Samuels. He's done a lot, probably a lot of things that he's always wanted to do. He has lived life over the past year or two. He has been able to reach heights and success that not a lot of people are able to do. And he was able to do that. He was able to live that life. He was able to be successful. He was able to build something, right? Build his own brand. Whether y'all disagree with it or not, I'm not here to speak on whether you like or dislike what he has said or what he hasn't said. I just want y'all to understand that. Hold on a second. Let me switch something. This is what I'm gonna do. If you're new here, I'm gonna change the qualifications to chat. I'm gonna change it to hold up. I'm gonna change it to a minimum of 10 minutes subscribed. So if you subscribe in the next 10 minutes, you'll be able to chat in my chat room. All right. Shout out to Sonny. But listen, the message always remains. The message always remains.
The blood of KS message is on the walls.
Shout out to Sonny. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? Maybe people that you know in your everyday life know who Kevin Samuels is at your job, maybe at a grocery store, you know? And so, honestly, I think that what happened to him, from what I'm hearing, I don't want to speculate. But he's had, someone pointed out in the chat, cancer before. But we don't know. We won't know until there is a report on what happened to him. But again, y'all can delve into that. I'm here to talk about the reactions, the mentally deranged reactions that I am seeing. You see, no matter how much I disagree with women on YouTube here, the divestors, the Black Male Haters Club, just miserable women, I don't wish death on any of them, because you can't come back from death. You can't come back from that. Black Enterprise is not saying that. Don't make me have to go look that up. Let me see if Black Enterprise is saying that. Well, anyway, in regards to Kevin, this came out of nowhere. I actually watched a little bit of his live stream last night because I was, I think I was done with my stream, so I was, I was just chilling, seeing, who was live, and I saw he was live. I looked at it. It seemed fine to me. So this just happened out of nowhere. It did. It really did. And, sometimes, things can happen with people that we never know. People could have certain issues that we don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened in this situation, but you just never know. But in regards to the message, people, I want y'all to understand something. No matter who's making content, that content is always going to remain, even when I'm no longer making videos. When I'm done making videos, what the message is always going to last. When I first started, I was in the manosphere, which was mainly men going your own way. That's the portion I was in. What's good? Hold on. I didn't even get shout outs. Let me get shout outs real quick. Shout out to David. It's a lot of people here. Let's see. Zeke, Big O, Queen Kiki, Jimmy, Sincere, Sleepy, Nathaniel, Seeker, Greg, King, Robert, Saliva, Sergeant Tyson, Miss Tangy, Malik, Marshall, Grim.
People who left an impact will never be forgotten. Kevin Samuels is a legend, and those who cheer in his death
Brian,
just prove how mentally damaged they are.
Listen, there's a lot of people, and I ain't gonna be able to give y'all shout outs like that. But shout out to everybody that's here. Yo, TJ, I see you, man. What's up, man? Mr. Tech, well, it's been a while. Mr. Tech was good. Yeah, shout out to David. Yeah, y'all go ahead and like the stream, man. Let me tell you mentally unstable heifers on Twitter, you and your single mother raised male cohorts, the message is going to remain. Let's go, Wanda. I see you. The message is going to remain. There's nothing you say or do that's going to change that. I was red pill before Kevin Samuels, before I even knew who he was. Any of you knew who he was, right? I've been here since 2014 making content. I've seen content creators come and go, but I still remember them. I still remember the message. I still remember the videos. I still remember how good their videos were, how good their commentary was. But this guy had 1 million followers just on YouTube alone. He was able to be mainstream in his own way. Now, I know y'all didn't like him. So, not I'm saying y'all here, but there are people that didn't like him. So what? Like, you know, if you're here to be liked, then you really need to reevaluate yourself. You're here to be successful. If you're a content creator, you're here to be successful, not to be liked. I'm sorry. A lot of you hurt heifers in your beta male cohorts are on social media celebrating, and I actually retweeted some of the reactions to, you know, the sensical reactions to this. And I know a male who is weak, who is a coward, because he's talking about, well, Kevin Samuels hurt the types of women I love. Yeah, I bet. How many of those women have hurt you, but you forgave them? You see, I've had losses. I've lost people in my family. I would never, especially recently, so I would never celebrate the death of anybody. I don't care how much these divestment heifers or anybody say anything about us as black men, because you don't control me and how I live my life.
These women are really celebrating KS death. They're disgusting and rude.
Shout out to Lucifer. Yes, it's very disgusting. They're acting like this man whole goal in life was to bring them down, but they were the main ones calling into his show. Y'all were calling into this man's show. Y'all were the reason why he became successful. Your hurt feelings is why he was able to become successful. It wasn't men that pushed him over the edge. It was you. You pushed him over that edge of being sort of like a regular YouTuber to a big YouTuber. It was because of your insanity when it comes to accountability. Shout out to Lucifer again. And make sure y'all like the stream, man. And I want you heifers to understand something. What's good, Bronxside? There is nothing you can do to change the trajectory of what is happening. I've been seeing more and more men making content that is similar to what Kevin Samuels speaks on. I've seen TikTokers. I've seen, you know, there are a lot of guys that want to say the same thing. Are you gonna celebrate all of them? You know, no longer being here if that was to happen? You people are nuts. You're insane. You need psychological help. All right? This is why you had no... It's the same with these people mad about abortion. Well, wait a minute. If you love your children and you love your life, why are you so in your feelings about abortion? It is because you're an aborter. You hate children. You don't even love your children. You got a lot of soulless, hateful, spiteful women who wonder why they're single. And it don't matter how good you look. Your life still is gonna suck. you're still going to live a horrible existence. And it's because of what you have created. A lot of these
women are celebrating this man's death because he spoke facts.
Yeah, Zeke, appreciate it. Listen, accountability is kryptonite to these heifers. Accountability hurts their feelings. It causes them to react in stupid ways. Why do you allow one man to hold this much power over you? Shout out to the Riddler. Says, Jaye, I read what Black Enterprise wrote about Kevin. The website company is compromised. And man, are you saying, did they really write about
you got that female writer talking about? When will we cancel him? Yet the majority of his followers are BW.
Shut that, Rob. Shout out to Rob.
Thanks for your truthful message, brother. Just like you said, these unstable people celebrate a man death as weak-minded person.
Shout out to the people super chat, man.
At J to Black, I just read what Black Enterprise wrote about Kevin. That website company is compromised and no longer represents Black excellence.
Yeah, those Black publications are trash. Just like the people that read them
Rest
regularly.
in power, Kevin. You bitter boppers ain't winning.
You say that? Listen, we are at a time where things are very critical for your Western woman. Shout out to Sir Shy again. Bro, I would not worry about those people, man.
Sathina and Kendra followers are so toxic it's sick.
I mean, it's the sickness, man. You got the white male worship sickness and you got the black male hating sickness, man.
Whatever happened to people having compassion? It just made me sick to my stomach to see the hate people have for KS, whether they agreed or disagreed.
Yeah, these people are sick in the head.
I was watching his IG live last night. The clowns celebrating love crime Bill Biden and anyone that are afraid to criticize BWs. Absolutely. I miss David Carroll.
Yeah, you see, because they understood how effective those men were. But those were just a couple. Like, there's plenty of men who can step in. See, you get rid of one, there's going to be three more to step in their place. We understand all of this more than they do. They don't understand that there's always going to be a charismatic man, especially a charismatic black man that can step into that role. And that's what they're afraid of, right? Shout out to Ant. Appreciate that, Ant. Shout out to T Rose. What's good, man?
Divestors and heavyweight women are celebrating nauseated face vomiting.
Listen, man. If they didn't feel like they were desired, they hate them. Shout out to Lucifer. Shout out to Illa Dre. What's good, Illa? Oh yeah, they're writing articles about canceling him just 3 days ago, which just shows you.
These females complain about KS but could never stop watching and couldn't hit the unsubscribe button.
You know, it's very hard for these people. They do that with me too. It's hard for them to click out of the channel when they get in their feelings. But anyway, they're writing articles talking about getting rid of him. What is that going to solve? What is that going to solve? If you get rid of one, there's going to be three more ready to step in that person's place that a lot of y'all ain't even heard from yet.
As black men, we really have it bad out here, SMH.
Appreciate that. You got to understand, just Kevin Samuels was one guy. Kevin Samuels was one guy. You're celebrating it as if there couldn't be somebody that steps in there that is able to garner an audience and able to be as effective. I'm not saying have the type of platform, but they can be very effective and grow very quickly. And what are you going to do then? You're going to prey on their downfall? See, this is that sick mindset that these Western heifers have, is that they celebrate pain and destruction, which is why especially the black community is in such turmoil, because those are the type of women that are celebrating this, women that are around nothing but chaos and destruction.
He did a segment on women love toxic men.
Appreciate that, Black, too. Now, I want y'all to understand, and let me get back to the message. The message will always outlive the messenger, because there are men who listen and they study and they take that message and they move it forward, right? Like when I first started, there were content creators that were making hour-long videos and they ended up leaving YouTube because they were burnt out. They put out so much information. They say, here, I'm gone. And, you know.
KS started off by holding men accountable and pushing them to do better. But when women are held accountable, it's the end of the world. Exactly why he said accountability is kryptonite to women.
It is, and that's the unfortunate thing, because women got to understand that their problems start with them. It doesn't start with anybody else, right? You're celebrating somebody's passing, but what you should be doing is fixing yourself to make you the best you can be. But the thing is that these people tear each other, like you got these women who sabotage each other just so they all can be miserable together, because these women date destructive men. And then once they get old enough, once they get old enough, I would say in their 40s, right? That's when the change comes. Their children done got a little bit older. All of a sudden, they want to get a man with money, a man of means, right? You know? Hey, get that jackass. I never timed you out. Why don't y'all permanently get that jackass out of here? Because I didn't time you. I didn't see what you said. If your comment didn't go through, it's because it was probably hidden automatically. So somebody get Lord Simp out of my chat room, because you're in here in your feelings. I'm trying to do commentary, and you're talking about I timed you out when I never timed you out. I didn't even see what you said. Yeah, get that sucker out of here, man. And don't unhide comments like that when somebody is saying I did something to them, okay? Whoever moderator is. Anyway, yeah, don't come in the chat room crying about getting timed out, or you will be blocked out permanently. Yeah, get that sucker out of here, man. Think you talking to ever put my name next to Jaye timed me out.
While they are celebrating, they still single AF.
Right. See, that's the thing. Like, they want to blame men for being single. You need to blame yourself for being single. Okay? You need to look yourself in the mirror. Getting on Twitter and saying the stupid shit that you're saying makes you look bad. And yes, I'm cursing because it's after 12. Like, you women act like you just won the lottery. You act like you just won reparations. You act like you just won, a year supply of weave, like weave and glue and all this other stuff that you need. Like you act like you just won the lottery or something, or you just got a white man. Like, they're just like celebrating. Like, they celebrate like they just got them a brand, man. Like, what's going on out here, man? And then you got these weak beta males, in unison. Kevin Samuels hated women. He hated the women I liked or I loved. Bunch of morons, man. Following behind hurt heifers. Never follow behind a hurt heifer.
Jaye, you should go to Kevin Samuels' funeral to show your support for the black manosphere.
I would. If it could work out, maybe. I don't know.
Really enjoy listening to your content, man. All the best.
Appreciate it, man. I hate going to funerals anyway. I went to one recently, man. I said I can't do it. Shout out to Rob. Make sure y'all like the stream. The people that are celebrating this the most got to understand something. There will always be more.
I'm seeing some reports
guys
that a
like
Kevin
Kevin
Samuels
Samuels.
police officer died in ATL. Not sure if that's true, but it's out there right now.
Really, King Choice. I don't know. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's more and more reports confirming this. So, if anything changes, then I would definitely come back and say, hey, nothing has changed, right? Or he's alive, which I will definitely go live and laugh at all the people that, are making fun of this. They're making light of this because they think this is a game, right? And you know what's crazy? The people I noticed that the types of women that don't like Kevin Samuels don't like sons. I've heard women, these same women who are celebrating on this platform, have talked about how they wanted to abort children, black male children. How they don't want any more black male children, which is interesting because you can't have any more dark-skinned black women without a black man to procreate with those black women, right? Just be more light-skinned women that y'all hate. You same color, you push the colorism narrative, but what happens if these black women are dating out and having children who are mixed? You're going to be creating the same type of women that you hate. Right? Your biracial sons are going to be dating white girls. Yes, they will, especially grow up in a Caucasian neighborhood. Yeah, you know what? I would hope that this isn't true. If I'm to be wrong about something, I would hope I am wrong about this. But it doesn't look like I am. It really doesn't look like I am. But I wanted to address a lot of you hurt heifers. You think you won something. You haven't won anything. Your life is still going to be terrible. You're still going to be depressed. You're still going to be miserable. You're still going to be single. You're still going to be popping pills, snorting cocaine, drinking, right? Drinking before you go to work, after you going to work, drinking glasses of wine in your messy house. You can't cook. You don't like to clean. That is still going to be your reality. Your reality is still going to be a miserable woman. Whether Kevin Samuels is here or not, it doesn't change the fact that he still has a catalog full of videos that are still there. Your life is still going to be exactly what it is, and nothing is going to change. Nothing. You heifers are hurt. You heifers need help psychologically. You need help psychologically. A lot of you heifers are miserable. You on Twitter, social media, you're celebrating, but you still got to wake up and be you the next day. You still popping pills. You're still a functional alcoholic. You fry chicken worse than Caucasian women. But you got the absolute nerve to get on social media and run your mouth when you need to be raising your children, because I know y'all got kids. Most of you heifers talking got children. You spend more of your time on social media than in real life. You have become surrogates. Like, y'all know that movie Surrogates, where the people live their life in like a virtual reality, right? As a person that they want to be versus who they actually are. They are living in the movie Surrogates. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. They are living in virtual reality. That movie actually, I believe, came out in 2009, which is crazy. I think it was 2009, 2010, right around that time, maybe sometime after that. They're actually living in virtual reality. Yeah, they can't cook chicken. Becky is out doing them in the cooking of chicken department. But they on here running their mouths. Sloppy dressers. You know what's crazy? I hear all these women talk about how dusty black men are, right? When I'm out in public, for the most part, black men don't look dirty. They're not dressed dirty. They don't look dirty, right? For the most part. But when I see you females, you Western females, you heifers, y'all out here, bonnets on, slippers, ashy feet. You got your house dress that you wear around the house, right? You might wear some dirty leggings. You done had them leggings on for about 2 weeks straight. Ain't wearing nothing but them leggings, right? And you talk about looking dusty. Nah, I think you heifers be looking dusty as soon as you leave out your house.
It's all fun and games until your son gets treated like the women him and others warned people about.
Yeah, Eric, but see, they don't think it's gonna happen. They don't think it's gonna happen to their son. It happened to everybody else's son, but not theirs. But back to these dusty looking heifers I be seeing. Y'all be looking dusty out here. How you gonna call men? Like I tell you, for the most part, the black men I see, they don't look dirty when they leave the house. They're trying to get girls, so they can't afford to be out here looking dirty. But y'all, pajama pants, right? Who told you to leave the house looking like that? Unbelievable.
It's not going to a difference if he is here or not. Black men are still running to other races of women.
Share that, Obi. I mean, it's a fact. When these women ain't at work, they look the dustiest. You know why? Because they done got so lazy that they can't even leave the house dolled up no more. No makeup, none of that. Hair ain't done. No, not saying you have to wear makeup. I take that back. It looks like you may have lotioned your face or, kept your hair up so you don't have to wear a bonnet in public, right? They lazy, man. As long as she got a big ass, they know they're going to get attention from guys, so they don't have to clean themselves up. That's why that needs to stop. We need to stop giving attention to these extra average heifers. They extra average. Just look at them. Look at Facebook or Instagram versus reality. Don't even look the same. They put on, to look good for social media, but that's about it. That is about it. And we've had enough. And it ain't just Kevin Samuels we got to deal with. It's others. There's others that you have to deal with. Y'all get on here and act like Kevin Samuels is the only one that really has been pushing accountability. Shout out to Rob for becoming a member. That has been pushing the accountability card. Man, it's been going on. He just had the biggest platform. But I guarantee you, this is not the end. It's only the beginning. Trust me. Alpha and Omega. We've only just begun to really put our feet on the necks of you disgruntled masculine heifers who are destroying our society with your BS, okay? You Democrat-loving, child support chasing, dusty male-loving, bonnet-wearing heifers. Yes, we still coming at you with full accountability authority. Now, you got to understand, if Kevin Samuels can grow as fast as he did in the short amount of time that he did, you don't think that can happen for somebody else? I've seen some of these other guys' platforms just grow fast on YouTube, right? You cannot stop all of us. You can wish, you can hope, you can pray to whatever, because they don't actually believe in the God of the Bible. They believe in that white feminist God. Okay, that's the God they pray to. They don't pray to the God in the Bible. Okay, you got these, and that's another thing. Let me get on you Christian heifers. Let me get on you Christian heifers, man. You got a lot of these women who claim that they are Christians. You got a lot of these women that claim they love God. But I don't see it. I really don't see it. I don't see this love you claim that you have for God. I don't see it. A lot of you heifers are disgruntled. You're crazy. You're delusional. You claim you go to church, but you're a sinner. You sin the whole week and you show up to church on Sunday or Saturday, because you got some churches that open up on Saturdays. But I know a lot of y'all won't be there. Y'all be at the club. How can you be a Christian and support abortion? How can you be a Christian and say that I love the Lord, I'm a Christian woman, but I support abortion? I support the Democratic Party. I support liberal policies that destroy black community after black community to the point to where foreigners are running the community.
Until TMZ Thirsty Selves confirms this, I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
TMZ be on it when a celebrity dies.
And listen, that's your right. That's your right. Do that, man. Do that. Listen, you don't have to listen to me. You can go and look for yourself. But from what I have heard, they've all but confirmed it. But if I'm wrong, I would hope I'm wrong. But why would Kevin go this long without saying anything? You know, I'm seeing people on streams calling him. You know? But let me get back to you fake Christian women. You know, you don't serve the God of the Bible. You don't serve Jesus Christ. You serve that white feminist. You do whatever she does. You're a follower. Okay? That's who your God is. All these fake Christians. How can you be a Christian woman and support a guy like Joe Biden? Like, seriously. How can you support abortion? How can you have this disdain towards black men? Because there's a lot of Christian women I'm seeing that have this disdain towards the men of their own group. I'm talking to Negroes right now. Now, we got some of you white feminist heifers that y'all don't like accountability. Y'all out here looking crazy. That's why you're single. And if you're with a man, he's weak. Okay? He's weak. He's desperate, But you got these fake Christian women who claim they love the Lord, but you bow down to white feminists. So much so that a white feminist can get on Twitter and talk about how would you white supremacists feel if your daughter got pregnant by a black man? Like, huh? Why would that even be in your mind? You know why? Because these white liberal feminists hate black men, just like these divestment heifers, these so-called Christian divestment heifers do. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve two gods if you are a Christian. You cannot serve the God of the Bible and the God of white liberalism. You just can't. You fake ignorant Christians. And let me just say this too. You got preachers as well. I saw a post from a preacher, and he went in on Kevin Samuels, and he's supposed to be a pastor, I believe. I don't know if he's a pastor. He's some guy on social media. He probably ain't. I don't know if he's a pastor or not. I did see a pastor support abortion, which shows you that these guys are fake. But I'm seeing all these people who claim they love the Lord, they love God, but they hate other people. You cannot be a Christian and hate your fellow man. You can distance yourself from them. You can choose to not deal with certain people, but how can you call yourself a Christian and have hate and disdain towards people? So honestly, when you see these fake fraudulent idiots on social media claiming to love God, they are liars. They are liars. You cannot tell me that you are celebrating a man losing his life, or may or may not have lost their life. You can't tell me that you support that and then claim that you love God. let's go to the Twitter. We about to go to Twitter real quick. I want y'all to see the mental illness up close and personal, people. I want y'all to see how much of a lunatic culture we have. Hope on nothing crazy pop up. I just want y'all to see some of these reactions if it shows up. No logical man takes Kevin Samuels seriously. Kevin Samuels died. What now? Who are you fatherless N-words going to look up to now? All right. Seeing a bunch of memes. I think this is the guy right here. This is the guy I was talking to. Of course, he has a LGBTQ flag in his bio. Loser. Let's see. Kevin Samuels has made a career of shamelessly disgracing black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individuals to project tired and harmful narratives about black women.
Please allow Kevin into the pearly gates. He's done good work. He's did all he could to restore the black family. This is my prayer. Folded hands, folded hands, folded hands.
Shout out to the Riddler.
Modern women will call men dusty on social media, but yet have babies by a man that's dusty to begin with.
Facts. Appreciate that. Is it Divine Photos? Let's take a look at this mental illness, people. This is mental illness. He says, dead or alive, what a disgraceful life to live. That's all I've got for that misogynist. So he has a thread here. So you see he blocked his comments. He blocked his comments because he's a lowlife and he's weak. See, if you're going to say something, you need to stand by it. You need to stand by it. All right? That's why I have you up on the screen, bruh. We are entering a moment in time when the most marginalized are tired of getting along just to get along with our oppressors. We're throwing hands. We're cursing them out in real time. We're shaming them for all of the violent things they continue to do. Bring it on. Well, who's being violent? Last time I checked, Ernest, there was a man from your community, because I'm pretty sure that's your community, attacked another man on stage for no reason except for he didn't like his jokes. There's no more violent community than the alphabet community. The alphabet community is one of the most violent communities out here. And you can't tell me differently. Y'all be the main ones at these Antifa rallies, these BLM rallies, fighting people, assaulting people, looting. Black LGBTQIA people, black women, and black people who protect and defend us don't own any black person within our community who afflict us any solidarity, care, consideration, respect, or grace. You are no family of mine. He's probably snapping his fingers, popping his neck at the same time. If you are actively trying to come for us, period. He's standing up for his community. He's not standing up for black people. Stop putting black people in your BS. You don't care about black people. You care about pushing the rainbow flag agenda. We're not having a care to disagree on thoughts that continue to degrade black women. We are not agreeing to disagree about opinions that cause harm to LGBTQIAWNPGOIN people. We are not finding common ground on takes that deal with a woman's right to choose. Again, why does it have to do with the gay community? Why does the gay community care about a woman's right to choose? You should be worrying about women on women and men on men relationships, right? Who aren't conceiving children. Call me moist. Call me a simp or any other baseless homophobic name in the book in these QTs, because I won't let you get access to telling folks like me how you feel. Go whine somewhere else We don't belong to you. Of course, you belong to them. You belong to the street. No.
Christians should love everyone. Some of these fake Christians love a
Look
man
at
they can't
this.
see, but
Look
hate
how
a man
mentally
they can
ill
see
this
full
dude is.
score,
Look at
full
this.
score, full score.
Look at this. Like, look at this. And then he puts this post up from a guy by the name of Anton Daniels. Look at this, man. Look how much space Kevin Samuels had in his head, man. Worry about your own community. And yes, you are moist. Anyway. I don't believe Kevin Samuels is dead, for the record, but me not feeling bad if he is doesn't mean I'm celebrating it. He went out of his way to be cruel. We are not required to mourn virtues he didn't show. And asking black women of all people to show tact is... No, we're not asking black women to do anything. Black women are voluntarily going from place to place, laughing and mocking the death of what we're assuming the alleged death of Kevin Samuels, right? They are doing this on their own. Nobody's asking them for anything. They're choosing to do this. Kevin Samuels, the same N-word that said not believe a child about assault because kids lie. Ain't no way that N-word y'all having a moral high ground. Did Kevin really say that, or the people making up stuff? All Kevin Samuels did was tell women the truth and tell guys to get their shit together, but people act like he's evil. He's an evil villain. Let's see. If Kevin Samuels has 1 million haters, I'm one of them. If he has this is old. Let me go back to something new. So you're telling me Kevin Samuels had high cholesterol and had a whole heart attack and wanted to talk about fat women? Kevin Samuels has some disagreeable takes, but this man degraded and berated women all day, calling them useless, ugly, saying they're old, can't live without a man, etc. A disagreeable take is I don't want completely free health care for all, not hatred for a group of people. Y'all mad at people for celebrating that Kevin Samuels died, but didn't care when he was spewing a bunch of sexist, misogynist bullshit. Please cry me a river. Yeah, you might want to turn your comments off because there's a lot of people that disagree with you, I guess. Kevin Samuels called women over 35 leftovers, and in less than a week, his ass became a bag of bones. Which priestess is responsible? Y'all see this? And there was 6,000 people that liked this post. 6,000 people, 6,000 mentally unstable people liked this post. Let's see. Men who laughed at the death of Lauren Smith Fields, whose high crime was expressing her desire to date out as a black woman, are telling y'all it's wrong to be amused at the death of Kevin Samuels? And the sad part is that half of y'all are going to fall for it. I said that I didn't see a lot of men celebrating her death. I saw a lot of guys that were indifferent. There were guys that said, may have felt like, well, she was chasing after these white guys, But for the most part, guys weren't celebrating that. You're always going to have people who are going to say things contrary to what you say. I think what happened to Lauren Smith Fields is bad for her family. I think it was sad, especially for her family. because they still haven't gotten the closure. Kevin Samuels hated all the women I love: fat black women, ambitious black women, women over 30, black women with standards, black women that like sex, the black girls that want to be taken care of. There was no value in what he said, but his silence is golden. F him. F him. Kevin Samuels was a menace. Nothing about his ideals actually made sense. His audience is made up of men that are so fragile in their masculinity that they think it's a personality trait to degrade women. We're not celebrating his death. We're just not mourning it. I just seen a guy say F Kevin Samuels. What you mean? I just read a post of some person saying, I don't know what their pronouns are, F Kevin Samuels. They just said that. What do you mean? I don't rejoice over Kevin Samuels' death, but to ask me as a black woman to be sad that a man who built his platform being a spokesperson for a misogynistic belittling of black women is asinine. I never wanted his death, but I absolutely wanted his silence. It's been real. So that's what they think, that by Kevin Samuels dying, that's just going to silence him. That no more Kevin Samuels. He's gone, so we don't have to hear from him anymore. We don't have to hear Kevin Samuels talk about leftover women or, women who are going to be alone forever. Like, that's what they think they're getting. But what you don't understand is that's going to open lanes for other men to step in who are going to be maybe even more charismatic, and they're able to gain an audience, and their message is going to be even stronger. That's how this works. All right. It's just like when you kill the king, you capture or kill the king of a rival kingdom, right? You think that kingdom is over. Actually, it isn't. You know what they do? They install a new king, right? They install a new one. Oh, you captured them? Well, you captured them or you killed them. Okay, well, we're going to install a new king, either his son or his brother. So, you just don't, you're not going to just end things just because you no longer here. There's a lot of talented content creators that have been making content, and they've been growing, since Kevin Samuels grew. And he brought a lot of attention to certain areas of YouTube. Your favorite rappers mock dead people all the time, and you nod your head to their demonic music, but black women laughing at Kevin Samuels, where you draw the line. I don't listen to no rapper that mocks dead people. Y'all listen, I don't listen to like idiotic, F my ops type music. I don't listen to that. I don't listen to that, This is what Adam 22 had to say. Kevin Samuels was a good dude who gave a lot of people solid advice. He got smeared for having a backbone and an opinion, and he didn't back down to the mob. Rest in peace. That was a good post from Adam 22. All right. I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot of people, a lot of celebrities think the same way.
What's good, fam? A lot of these podcasters what are baby ABORTERS.
Shout out to Jaye. Kevin Samuels made a career off of shamelessly disgracing black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individuals to project tired and harmful narratives about black women. There are a lot. Somebody copied this guy's tweet. You gotta maybe read his tweet again. Somebody say here, Kevin Samuels was one of the reasons that motivated me to lose my weight and start my health journey. But they claim he was just disrespecting black women.
Mon ain't nobody trying to hear them. Ronnie Ho quotes person facepalming medium dark skin tone male sign.
Shout out to Drippin'. All right. Kevin Samuels actually getting a lot of support too. Let's see. Kevin Samuels' death is not being celebrated. The idea that black women will no longer be subjected to such harsh patriarchal trauma, cruelty, and misogyny and toxic masculinity is the sentiment that are expressing. May he rest in peace. There's a difference. This whole toxic masculinity, misogyny is the reason why other countries don't respect us. Do you know why Russia is invading Ukraine? You wonder why Saudi Arabia refuses to accept the phone calls of Joe Biden. It's because they see us as weak. They see us as a cowardly people. They see the men as emasculated. They see the women as masculine. They see how, we have just destroyed ourselves as a people. And this is why we will never be able to win any wars with anybody, because we're too busy talking about toxic masculinity. Well, you're going to need masculinity to win any type of war. You can't just say, I'm America and fear me. No, you have to be able to show them. And if you got men who talking about toxic masculinity, you got generals that are woke. They trying to make it a habit of having men in the military be able to be women. I don't see a great future for us like that. I really don't. And the women are leading the charge of destroying everything. They just don't know it.
The women talking crazy shame themselves with their choices they made and what they have become.
Right, Hassan, appreciate that, man. All right, let's see. Kevin Samuels, 1, makes money off belittling black women. 2, actively incites violence towards women. Come on, man. How does he incite violence towards women? These feminists love throwing that buzzword of violence. Yeah, I mean, I can show you countless times of women being violent towards men.
Kevin is like Tupac now. If BWs thought he was bad, they really gonna hate the new guy. I put a stacked dollar on that.
Oh, exactly, man. Listen, you're starting to see these guys in the manosphere come together, because there were people that thought Kevin Samuels was divisive. This is and once a lot of these guys really see how these women are acting, it's only going to bring these guys to be even more savage in their commentary. But yes, how was Kevin Samuels inciting violence? Can you explain that one to me? Three, said you shouldn't believe children over men who say they didn't abuse them. Seems like he's a bigger threat to the black community than people who feel safer without him. Look, why are they saying that? Like, you can tell that they're just using and throwing anything up against the wall. It's crazy. This is what Judge Joe Brown had to say. It says, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. The brother pulled no punches. He was a dose of candor that was good for us. And that's Kevin Samuels with Cam Newton. Now you know why Cam Newton spoke so boldly. Maybe Cam Newton will step in there. Yo, listen, Cam Newton need to become step in and be the step in and do similar to what Kevin Samuels did. I won't say be Kevin Samuels, but step in inside, start making content towards these heifers, man. Who wouldn't watch a live stream on YouTube with Cam Newton or Instagram, right? A lot of bastards lost their father figure today. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. DJ Academic says R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. They say, okay, y'all are delusional to think that people aren't judged by the lives they live.
Facts, fam. As a vet, I'm ashamed by how soft we are.
Appreciate that, Jado. Yeah, we are very soft, man. The men here are weak. They don't even know what gender they are. They don't even know what their pronouns are. Preceding death and the legacies they leave behind. Say what you want about, but Kevin Samuels was a nasty man in not only the messages he delivered, but the way he delivered them. This tweet here, as y'all can see, says Kevin Samuels is the same person who shamed a woman on live for saying she will believe her child if a man ever touched them instead of the man. He had a dangerous mindset that went beyond just gender roles. So excuse me if I'm upset and boo-hooing over his alleged death. Let's see. We got another beta male. I didn't keep up with Kevin Samuels, but almost every tweet I see defending him is misogynistic, disrespectful, judgmental, and violent towards women. Says a lot about his following. I told y'all, man, we are done as a community. When you start to see the males in your community talking about misogyny, you know we done. You know we done when the males are talking about misogyny. What are you talking about, you weak, lame cowards? What are you talking about? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? You people are disgusting. And you're weak. You're clowns. I'm trying to see what violence was. What violence? I mean, did some woman get beat up because of him? I haven't heard anything about that. But can you enlighten me on how he's brought violence towards women? These are feminist talking points that this guy is using. These are LGBTQ talking points this guy is using. Oh boy. The irony of Kevin Samuels making a career out of telling black women they'll die single and alone, yet that's how he died. You don't even know that, Kimmy. You don't know that. Not celebrating, but but be careful how you treat people when you are alive. Well, you don't know the circumstances, so I think you need to chill.
KS would check any non-black person that tried to talk down on black women.
Mm-hmm.
But he hated black women, huh? I swear people be reaching.
Because they don't think they're black. They think they're another race of people. These black women think they're a whole different group of people. They think they're a whole different group of people. They don't even think they're black. Or they think that they're because they're black women, they're in a different category. See, that's what Caucasian men have done to them. They have basically made them feel like they are different than us. But you're not. That's why you see videos of these same Caucasian men, you know, putting hands on you. Did Kevin Samuels do that? The narrative that Kevin Samuels was just a man with a good message and a harsh delivery is stupid. You N-words are losers and need to simply stand on your own 2 feet and be losers instead of leaning on an N-word in the suit. He lost me when he told a woman not to believe. They keep saying that. I haven't heard anything about that. Like, that seems like something that's probably taken out of context. I don't know the context up, so I'm not going to sit here and judge. This is crazy. You chicks are weird, man. You are your own worst enemy. Hey, melanated women, you are your own
God
worst
bless you, Jaye,
enemy.
the whole chat, and everyone else including the disturbed ones. Cheering for death is beyond sick.
It is. It is absolutely sick. I wanted y'all to see that. I want y'all to see
fam,
where we're
zoom
at.
to Thailand looking better Erde rolling on the floor laughing.
Shout out to Joe. Garda Raw was good, man. To my Big Shirleys. It's a lot of them, man. You got some of these male Big Shirleys. What's good, Jamie? I don't know, man. People are crazy, man. Listen, I don't care how much I don't agree or don't like these women who talk these divestment BS, or I don't want to see harm done to them. I don't want to see them lose their life, because life is meant to be lived. You know, you should want to live life. You should not want to see someone. You know what's crazy? And Daisy brought him up. If Chad Wheeler was to lose his life, these women would probably mourn it. They wouldn't celebrate it, because his life probably would have more value. This is a guy who literally almost killed a black woman with his bare hands, but his death would mean more to them than Kevin Samuels, who just was making videos that they didn't have to watch, but they hate watched them. See, y'all gotta understand, that's where a lot of the viewership comes from. The viewership comes from your hate watchers. The hate watchers are gonna be just probably more than the people who actually watch. You know, the hate watchers are always gonna be there, man. The hate watchers are always in their feelings. The hate watchers are always looking for an opportunity, right, to clip something or see that you said something so they can go run to social media. Look at what he said. Look what he said. Like they're saying that what he said to this woman about her child. Listen, I don't know the context of that, so I can't judge. Like, I really can't. But you women got to understand that just because a Kevin Samuels won't be here don't mean that there aren't going to be other men that are not going to be just as effective, if not more effective. So you don't win anything. What do you think you won? Like, what did you think that you win? You didn't win anything. You're still going to wake up and you're still going to be you at the end of the day. Your life is still going to be exactly where it is right now. No progression, just a bunch of just misery.
These chicks on my FB happy he died, but if they boss died, they'll send him flowers.
Right there is right. A boss that they couldn't stand, right? That they hated, that treated them bad.
No other race of women shows such disdain, contempt, and vitriol for their own creed of men. It's absolutely sickening. SMDH. Look
Yeah,
at
it is.
Triumph face with symbols on mouth angry.
Yeah, it is. Genuine truck. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you, man. I want y'all to understand that we are in a time where the men are weak, okay? The women are crazy. They think that by Kevin Samuels no longer being here, that changes something. It changes nothing. It changes nothing. You still got men on here who are going to continue to push forward. Listen, Kevin wasn't the first to do this. There were men that were here before him that had their own messages that people learned from. There were people I learned from. They don't make content anymore, but they were the ones that got me to make videos, that inspired me to make that change in my life, you know? I've been inspired by people who are no longer making videos. They haven't made videos in years.
The messenger will always pass, but the truth of the message is timeless. Thank you, Kevin Samuels.
All right, swing out. The message is, listen, the message is always going to last. It's going to always outlast us, all of us. There's going to be a time where we're no longer here. People are still going to be listening to what I have to say. Right? Like Jaye D Black. They're going to watch my videos when I'm no longer on YouTube, right? Sooner rather than later. When I'm no longer making videos. The archives will be here. People will listen. It reminds me of a content creator.
Exactly, fam. Men been saying this before YouTube.
Right, man. You say this in the barbershops, man, years ago. It's been brought to the forefront. But there are content creators like Barbarossa years ago. He was somebody that was prominent in the men going your own way community. he hasn't made videos in years, but his video library is still there. You know? Another one was Spetsnaz, right? He came back briefly. I don't know what happened, but he had timeless classic videos. My editing style was patterned after him. Well, my earlier editing style, I kind of just, you know, some of my red pill content on my Jaye Black channel, the way I edited it was patterned after Spetsnaz, but like content that gets you thinking, that can paint a picture in your head, right? It's always gonna be here, and that's what counts. Is that you leave a mark in the world. You don't want to leave this world and be a nobody, right? Nobody wants that. Like when you leave this earth.
I can't believe how cruel a lot of women are. I disagreed with some things he said, and others I agreed with, but I'm saddened that he has died.
Appreciate that, Achilles. That's because they think they won. They think they won something. They think because he's no longer here that somehow changes things. It changes nothing. You're just going to see more men step into those lanes. That's what's going to happen. So it really doesn't change anything. You know? And I want people to understand, it's not my job to teach women. It's not my job to teach women. It's not my job to heal women. It's my job to speak on things to change your perspective for the better, no matter who you are. Because there's a lot of stubborn women that feel like they don't have to change. They don't feel like that it's worth anything to change because there's nothing wrong with them. But there's something wrong with you because your life is always in turmoil. If you think I never have anything good to say about women, then obviously you haven't watched my videos. Because I think I care more about black women than a lot of you black women do on this platform. Y'all sitting here dick policing black men, but guess who's speaking on the black women who are getting killed?
Freaking useless.
That's me.
Kevin Samuels.
Appreciate that, King Z. I care more about black women than you black women do, especially on this platform. Y'all too busy dick policing black men and ignoring all the stories of black women getting killed and losing their life, especially to the men that you worship. Y'all don't say nothing about. Y'all want to bring up Lauren Smith Fields. Were you the reason why she wasn't trending?
To tell these single women now how to get a high value man. It's going to get worse for them now. Men, stay the line and protect your seed and assets and keep your standards high.
Right. Appreciate that, Obi.
6 plus men always tell me don't marry, period.
Appreciate that, Righteous Media. None of you black women make any videos about the black women losing their life to the men that they choose. Well, unless he's black. He has to be black. But y'all don't say nothing about these stories of these Caucasian men taking these women's lives, and these men ain't spending not one day in jail. The family can't even get no closure. Y'all not talking about that. You ignoring it like it doesn't happen. You want to talk about Kevin Samuels or what some black athlete who dating a white woman. So you want to do live streams and videos about the black men that are dating white women. That's all you care about. You don't care about improving the lives of black women. I see story after story every day of black women losing their life. I see day after day of black women being, losing their life, going missing. I've made videos about black women going missing. Y'all don't make videos about that. Where is your videos about that? I made videos about that. Where are your fucking videos about that? Y'all don't say nothing. You too busy talking about what black man is dating what white woman. And you want to talk about how he's a terrible person because he's with a Caucasian woman. And then you got these delusional women in your comment sections and chat rooms talking about how he could never get them. Trust me, if he's a guy that is successful, is attractive to them, he can get those women. You women are out here capping. That's all you do when you get on YouTube. You heifers cap. That's all you do. You get in these chat rooms and comment sections and you pretend like you don't date Dusties. Your baby daddy's a Dusty and you still sleep with him. He don't pay no child support. Not one dime. And you still giving up the box to him. Y'all get on here and cap. Listen, the Divestors is a 97% cap movement. You date what you hate or claim to hate. Ask these black men. I wish more black men would say, hey, you know, these divestment heifers be hitting me up.
What really happened is they losing a lot of simps and EFFIMINATE allies they had by showing their true colors and how wicked they are. Purge time soon.
Appreciate that, Jaye though. I bet if you was to ask some of these black dudes, man, you know, you ever heard of these divestment heifers talking about they don't want black men and Dusties? That dude probably would laugh. Like, yeah, right. That's not what she be saying to me. When she calling and texting me. Getting on here lying, talking about you want a sugar daddy. Man, come on, man. You letting your ain't shit baby daddy screw whenever he wants. Whenever he wants. And y'all getting on social media celebrating Kevin Samuels' death as if it's gonna help heal or it proves you right. No, it proves that you need a life. That's what it proves. You need a life. Get off YouTube. Why aren't you talking about these black women going missing? Man, I was going to write a list of recent black women that have gone missing and just list off their names. So you heifers can go do content on them instead of dick policing black men. Why aren't y'all talking about these missing black
Kevin's
women?
Passing doesn't refute the facts that M0 Dern VV Omen are lost and will die alone.
Appreciate that swing out. It changes nothing. It absolutely changes nothing. There's a shit ton of male content creators every single day, it seems like. And they are growing. You know? Growing. You have male content creators like some guys I've come across, I'm like, you know, never seen their content before, but they're on the right track. I like what they are doing. Maybe I'll do some interviews with them down the road. You know? You have stopped nothing. You need to get a life. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Like the stream. Click that link that's pinned at the top. Follow me on the socials, man, to keep updated. You know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I still got energy. You know why I got energy? Because I love speaking on things that I have a passion about. I have a passion for speaking about the ignorant mindset and behavior of your Western woman who's on YouTube talking about how she hates Dusties and she's glad Kevin Samuels is gone. But here you texting your ex on some hey big head or what you doing. That same Dusty that you claim you hate, you get on social media, you blast them, but then you're calling them. You are hypocrites. You're hypocrites. You're crazy. You're psycho. You're addicted to medication. You're functional alcoholics. You're probably snorting cocaine as we speak. Even though it ain't the weekend yet. But I mean, it is what it is. You probably didn't cook all week. Your kids want, you coming home from work, you ain't cooking, you just throwing something in the oven or the microwave. Y'all ain't win nothing. Stop it. Y'all didn't win nothing. Stop leaving the house in bonnets. Y'all looking crazy out here. And then y'all want to call other people dusty, but you leaving out the house with bonnets and slippers and pajama pants. Y'all out here looking crazy. But here y'all are. Y'all sitting here.
DWs will march for their own demise.
Appreciate that Pop Smoking goes. They don't even know it. I'm telling y'all, man, I've come across recently a couple of different content creators that are growing, man. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a cohesive message. You've never really seen a cohesive message in regards to men and men who are speaking on red pill philosophy. You see, I find I'm a purist when it comes to red pill philosophy. I don't deviate from it. I don't try to change it. I don't try to alter it. I told y'all I'm not for marriage. I told y'all that. And that still remains. I think that honestly, most relationships are a waste of time if it's not beneficial to you outside the bedroom. If she's not bringing no value to your life, why do you need her in your life? As much as she would be in your life. Right? Like the stream, people. I appreciate y'all being here. Because I needed to talk. Whether you like Kevin Samuels or not, hopefully we can agree that nobody should lose their life, even in their 50s. 50s is still not, to me, you still have, there's youthfulness there with a lot of 50-year-olds, man. Look at some of these 50-year-old entertainers, man. They've aged gracefully. Maybe it was the melanin, That's still too early to lose your life. I'm sorry. So yes, we're going to talk about this. And yes, we're going to do this stream. Do these streams the only way I know how to do these streams.
Need more midnight unfiltered streams.
Maybe, a lot of times, the later it gets, the tired, you be, I might not be in the mood, but right now I'm cruising. I'm feeling good. Cause I have a lot to say. This is why, again, we need to enjoy life, man. We need to enjoy the life that we have, and we need to stop taking things so seriously. Beefing with people, going off on people, giving people our energy, that's not, I'm not going to give you my energy. I'd rather preserve that for myself, or other people should do the same. We're only here for a limited amount of time. We have to make the best of it. I've thought about YouTube. I've thought about that time when I'm no longer doing it. I've done this since 2014, man. I'm not, and the thing about me, I'm not somebody that's going to be a part of something for a long time, man. But, these 8 years or so have gone by quick. It really has. But I've learned a lot. I've grown. I've progressed. I've learned a lot about myself. I've improved a lot in so many different areas. I think the red pill philosophy can still work. It just has to be done the right way. Instead of just getting at girls, or not saying get at girls, but just calling out female behavior. No, we need to look at all the different facets of everything. Your lifestyle, you as a man changing.
This is very sad news, Jay. I can't believe this pensive face.
Thank you, Dart. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, this happened out of nowhere. It really did. It happened out of nowhere, man. I wasn't expecting it, because again, he just did a live stream last night. That lets you know how quickly things can change. Things can change extremely quickly, man. That's why, you have to be able to enjoy the time that you have here and not use it focusing on the wrong things. There's so much to be done, right? There's so much to do. Don't spend your energy hating other people. The same women that are laughing at Kevin Samuels' death are the same women who have no life. They have no life. They're broken. We have a lot of broken women out here. And some of these males are broken too. They're laughing about it because they're fatherless. They don't have a father. They're female raised. They're female identified. There's no helping those types of males. Those males are just as bad as these women are. And what's funny is that they do these women the worse. Dogging them out, having kids with them, and not taking care of them. There's a reason why these women are divesting. And it wasn't because of a Kevin Samuels fan. No, it's because of those males that sold you a dream and it ended up just using you. You see, you can't blame a content creator for your problems. You don't have to watch that content creator. But the fact that people are willing to watch a content creator that they hate just shows you we do have a mental illness problem here. And I don't know if it can be fixed. These males are weak. These males are cowards. They're led by women. And that's why they don't get any respect. So I don't get no respect. But to laugh and mock somebody's death, you could lose somebody. Listen, I've lost somebody recently. I've seen what can happen when you lose somebody. It's not good. It's not good when you lose somebody. It's not. So why would you celebrate the death of somebody else, whether you like them or not? You got people who have family members or whomever who've done horrible things to them, but I bet they haven't celebrated their death if they've died. Why would you laugh at the death of somebody that has done nothing to you? It shows you how insane these people are. And this is not the end. This is only the beginning. It's only the beginning.
Thank you, Jay, for your honoring a fallen soldier. The struggle continues. We will not faint.
Appreciate that swing out. Shout out to you, man.
These broads are flipping the context and lying on Kevin Samuels. Warning men to consider sexual assault accusations when becoming stepfathers is real.
Appreciate that. Scrutinize this. People, I think a lot of men are waking up too. I think the reactions to Kevin Samuels' death, I think a lot of men are like, wow. And women as well. Some women too. They're looking at what's happening and they're saying to themselves, wow. They're like, wow. Look at the reaction. Look at the reaction. Look at what these women are saying. Look at what these women are saying to us. Or saying about Kevin Samuels. They would say this about us probably. So there are men who are seeing what's happening. I hope a lot of you ladies understand that. There's a lot of men who don't even watch Kevin Samuels. They probably disagree with Kevin Samuels. But they're looking at the reactions. And they're like, wow, really? Then they're going to go and they're going to actually do research on him. Watch his videos. Because the videos are still going to be up. Unless, some family end up taking them down. Which I don't see. They're going to see the reactions, and that's going to be their moment of like, wow, what he said was real. What he said was real. But a lot of you black women have done this to yourselves. You said it, Joe. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of guys be like, wow, really? And these aren't even guys that watch. Like, I haven't really watched Kevin Samuels like that. I've watched him here and there, right? When I've gotten the time to. But just the reactions to him, they're writing hit pieces. Like, what? It's like, what do you want? What are you trying to gain from this? Like, what do you think you're going to gain from this? What do you seriously think you're going to gain? More men are going to wake up because of this. It's just like when Trump got elected. It woke up people to the underlying issues in the government that weren't really visible before. How social media plays a part in the divisiveness in the world. Twitter is a cesspool, no matter who owns it. Well, at least for right now, At least for right now.
A lot of women are mad that people like Kevin Samuels and the rest of the manosphere have opened the eyes of men and offered a platform voice opinions.
Appreciate that, man. Black Yankee. And that's the thing. We should all have different opinions. We all shouldn't think alike. We all should bring our own ideals to the table. I wouldn't want a whole bunch of people to just think one way. We should all bring something different to a conversation. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody's life experiences are the same. That should be celebrated, not hated, But I want y'all to know, like, honestly, I don't feel like we've really seen the potential of what us as men, especially us melanated, what the potential of what we can do. We could do so much. We have the potential to do so much. And we need to maximize that while we are here. Make an impact while we are here. We are here to be great. We are here to create legacies for ourselves, for our families, that we can be proud of, our families can be proud of. That we can bring something forth that can change people's lives, man. Because you never know. You might inspire the next great mind. You might inspire somebody who wants to do this, that wants to be a creative, that wants to change other people's lives, man. They want to do something that, have this next big idea, right? So we need to see Kevin Samuels for a guy that built something for himself. You know, whether you agree with how he built it or not, but I just think that celebrating the demise of somebody, it's there's a lot of karma in that. There's a lot of karma in disrespecting the dead, man. I mean, some people may not know or understand, but that's just how it is, man. You speak on the dead, you talk about the dead. You never know, man. That stuff can hit home. That stuff can hit home, man. I would never be the one to tear down somebody that I disagree with on YouTube. It ain't that deep. I don't even watch. Listen, I have people who bring up these female content creators in my chat room. I don't watch those people. I don't know what they have going on. I don't put my energy into people I don't watch like that. Now, I know some of y'all are going to watch them even though you shouldn't. I don't think you should. Some of these people their toxic energy is on a whole nother level. These people are spiritually dead. Okay? They have nothing. They're empty. They're empty. So they don't even know how toxic they are, but they really are. So I want people to understand that it's okay to not want to mourn if that's what you choose to do. But what you need to understand is that that person made an impact on somebody's life. Maybe not yours, but they made an impact on somebody else.
It was almost like he was reading my mind. He articulated and advocated for men with facts which couldn't be refuted.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. See, he made an impact with people that liked him and supported him. He had his own audience. He had his own following. But it's not right to be disrespectful to people who cannot defend themselves. And even though I disagree with women on this platform, I still would not, under any circumstances, choose to tear them down. They did this with Krishna Bumsley. You have people, did he do anything to black women? He said some tweets, right? Some tweets. He's not Kevin Samuels, but y'all celebrated his death. Y'all celebrated his death. He just had some old tweets when he was in high school. And you thought he deserved to die because he was with a white woman. But he wasn't making videos like Kevin Samuels, so why would that guy get you to that point to where you say that? I'll tell you, and these are the same people that claim that they are a community, that they are dealing with a racist oppression, racist oppressive, government, but they are the main ones attacking people who look like them. They are the ones who are discriminating against people who look like them. And I'm telling you right now, you females, you haven't stopped anything. If anything, you're going to motivate these guys to go even harder.
KS legacy gonna live forever.
Appreciate that, T-Steps. Yeah, his content is there. His content is there for people to view. So, I mean, what exactly? I mean, for that guy to be rent-free in the minds of a lot of these people just shows you where we are. It shows you where we are. We are supposed to be a people that are oppressed. We are supposed to be an oppressed people, but we oppress each other. How does that work? How do you oppress? How do you oppress each other, but then claim that you're being oppressed by other people? You disrespect the people in your race, man. You wonder why we don't get any type of respect out here, man. Nobody respects us. Nobody takes us seriously. But y'all want to claim that racism is the number one problem going on. But look at how we treat each other. Look at how we treat each other. But racism is the number one problem that we're dealing with. No, it's not a conservative talking point. It's a logical talking point. We destroy each other more than anybody else. And we seek to get help because we're not successful. You know, we don't even have businesses in our own community. So we look for help. But we've destroyed each other. We don't trust each other. We don't like each other. Look at where we are. Look at what's happened to us. We are a damaged group of people. We are a damaged group of people. And I want y'all to understand something. I understand why there are men who don't even want to deal with these Western black women anymore. I understand that. Look at how they behave. Look at how mentally fragile they are. They are so mentally fragile that the death of one man has them celebrating because he was a threat to their bullshit. Obviously, if you're celebrating his death like a moron, you people are weird. You are some weird losers. Okay? You are weird losers, and you will always be weird losers. You and your marginalized group of weirdos. All you do is get on this platform and disrespect each other. All you do is get on here and try to demean the men in your race just to elevate a man that will never want anything to do with you besides a booty call.
Exactly. This why they under judgment of Most High.
Appreciate that, Joe. Yep, and they're fake Christians. You gotta love these fake Christians, man. How are you a Christian Bible toter, but then you're celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels? I'm telling you, man, these people are their own worst enemy. There is no white man to blame. You are to blame. You are the lunatic. Your life is the way it is because that's how you want it to be. Because obviously you have not made the changes necessary. So you think that because Kevin Samuels has left this earth, you think this somehow changes the narrative. You think this Kevin Samuels grew extremely fast in a short amount of time. It's not like he's been like a major player in YouTube politics for like 5-10 years. And I want people to understand something. In regards to Kevin Samuels, whether you like him, whether you don't, that's not a here and there. But he made an impact. He grew extremely fast, and he built something that was successful. He did. He built something that was successful. And that's very commendable. And I will say this, and then I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because it's late and I'm getting a little tired. I appreciate everybody that's here, everybody that has good things to say, that's bringing good energy to the stream.
They didn't celebrate Trump departure this hard like they did KS.
No, because some of them probably secretly like Trump. Yeah. Appreciate that. But I would tell you this, though. Don't give energy to people you don't like. Because if anything has built Kevin Samuels' platform, it's the people that didn't like him. It's not the people that do like him. It's the people. Listen, you're going to get views based off of people that don't like you versus the people that do like you. And he built something that was successful for himself. He built the following, and he has a fan base for life. You see, what happens when you die earlier than you should, you develop a fan base for life. That's why you have the Tupac has the fans that he has. Biggie, right? When you have deaths out of the blue like this, you develop a fan base for life. Kevin Samuels is going to have a fan base for life. There are going to be people who are going to be telling their children about Kevin Samuels and their children about Kevin Samuels. Y'all may think I'm crazy, but that's just how it goes, man. When you die early like this in life, you develop a hardcore base of fans that will tell your story for years to come. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. That's what's going to happen. Hold up. What did Hold on, let me check something real quick. I don't get the celebrating. I really don't. What did boys say? What did boys say, man? I think he's doing the stream. I'm telling you, man, guy's gonna have a fan base for life, man. He's gonna be. I'm telling you, he's gonna become a legend. Y'all, you may not believe, but that's true. I mean, when you piss off so many people to the point to where they're writing hit piece articles about you, you have made a solid impact, ladies and gentlemen. And that can't be, that won't be forgotten. And I think that people who follow Kevin Samuels, hopefully, they go and they follow other people, other content creators, you know. I'm not just saying me, but other guys, these other young guys who are pushing a message, and support them because they're going to need your support, because I feel a wave of hit list ad apocalypse 3.0 coming. I could be wrong, but that could definitely happen. Because once I'm no longer making videos, which is sooner rather than later, other people will be able to, step in and push their own push a message in their own way, right? Push a message in their own way. But definitely go support these other guys, man. Definitely go do that. All right. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for being here. I am Jada Black once again. If you like the content, make sure you like this stream. And also follow me on the socials, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just click the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. It's highlighted in blue. And that has all my links to the social media, as well as my podcast channel. And also to the Gilded. Y'all go and say something in the Gilded. I'm gonna link up with my members and moderators too. If you're a moderator, hit me up in the email. So when I go do my Gilded chats, y'all can be a part of it. If you're a moderator and a member, just send me an email. But if you want to be a part of the general Gilded server, it's linked too. This is some sad news, man. But again, hopefully y'all able to be a little bit more at ease and understand that, you know, things happen, man. Things happen. We move forward, and we push. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. I think Kevin would have wanted a lot of y'all to continue forward. Just go support these. Just go support these other guys, man. You know, if you see content creators doing, you know, speaking on a message that appeals to you, that's similar to Kevin, you know, subscribe to them. You know, share their content. You know, share their content. All right. I appreciate y'all being here. That's it for me. All right. I'm Jada Black once again. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your night, morning. All right. And I'll see y'all on the next show, which will probably be tomorrow. Okay. All right. Y'all take care.